Fighting Spirit 78 here, and welcome to the start of a brand new LP, one that many of you have been waiting for since probably January, maybe February. I forget when I had you guys vote between this game and Galaxy. Welcome to Let's Play Pokemon Leaf Green. This game and I go way back. This is my very first Pokemon game. Back in 2004 I got this game when it first came out because I'd been watching some of the Pokemon anime, even though I missed out on it a lot as a kid. And I wanted to get into, you know, Pokemon because it looked cool. And admittedly, the first Pokemon I saw was an episode about shiny Magikarps, and I was like, huh, this isn't as bad as I thought it would be. It's not as stupid as I thought either. I might try this out. So yeah, I went out in 2004. Ignore that. There's a funny story behind this. I was actually trying to get a Bulbasaur with a good nature, so I just chose the guy character and the stupid name that they give you by default, so just ignore that. But anyway, as I was saying, this game and I go way back. Kanto, even though it was remade for 3rd generation, which was the Hoenn generation, Kanto and I go way back, even though Hoenn's my favorite. I love this game to bits. I couldn't wait to LP this game. I've had this game planned to LP since probably December of 2009, but due to a lot of issues, I could never get it running due to the lack of a good GameCube and GameCube player, or Game Boy player. But now that I have them both, I say it's finally time that this long-awaited LP gets underway. And here we have the controls, you know, control stick, or, you know, your D-pad with the character A, B, blah, 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 blah. I'll explain all these things as they become relevant. And here we have apparently a talking Pikachu who tells you all about the world of Pokemon and how you need to be brave and keep pushing on and believe in your Pokemon and overcome all the greatest challenges this world has to offer and become the Pokemon Master. And here we have Professor Oak. Everybody loves Professor Oak, including myself, because he is an awesome professor. Hello there, glad to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People affectionately refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. I don't know why they affectionately refer to him as that, but whatever. This world is inhabited by Nidoran females. Is inhabited far and wide by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for battling, like us. And as for myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. But first, tell me a little bit about yourself. Okay, now is where he's going to ask whether you are a boy or a girl. I am indeed a girl. If you didn't know this already, I've told you guys this like a million times, and I still get questions asking if I'm still a girl. So hopefully this will silence it for good. And the name that I am using is not my actual name, but it's that pen name that I have. Wrong button. It's that little, I guess you could call it a pen name. My real name, I don't know if I will ever reveal it to you guys, but you guys refer to me as Lightning, Light, or Hikaru, which is Japanese, I believe, for shine or for light, so it all works out. And there's the grandson, the jerk. I just don't like this guy. And he's been our rival since we were both babies, even though I'm not sure how that's possible. You know, admittedly, I don't have a name for this guy. Everybody that watches the anime knows this guy is Gary, but if you go by the games, like the games themselves, he's known as Blue, or in Japan he's known as Green, I believe. I may have that backwards, but I'm not 100% sure. I know in Heart Gold and Soul Silver they call him Blue, so yeah, we're just gonna call him Blue because he's the same dude all around. And now, our very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go! Whoa. Where'd this snazzy banner come from? I like this border. I wonder who made it, or who helped. Anyway. Yeah, that border that you're seeing around this video right now will be here the entire time. It's one of the little graphic things I told you I was working on for this LP. Anyway, if you, go to your PC in your room, and, you know, you press A and examine it, you can turn it on, and withdraw a potion from inside of it if you withdraw an item. I highly recommend doing this for a reason you will see in probably a little bit. Okay, ask for help, press the L and R buttons. This will basically just, like, show you, different typings and whatnot when you get into Pokemon battling and different moves and what does what. It's quite helpful if you, don't know what you're doing if you're a first-time Pokemon player. So maybe on TV, a girl with her hair and pigtails is walking up a brick road. That, I believe, is a reference to The Wizard of Oz. So, girl walking up a brick road, yellow brick road, makes sense. All girls dream of traveling. It said so on TV. That's where I get my parenting skills. I get them from Oprah. I don't know. Anyway, ignoring our slightly clueless virtual mother, let's go to Professor Oak's laboratory and say hey. Hey, Professor people. You're not actually the professor. I'm gonna keep calling him Gary, aren't I? Blue, what are you doing here? Gramps isn't around, huh? Looks like we gotta go find the old geezer. Oh, Oak, what are you? Dude, I want to talk to you. Oh yeah, there's always some kind of weird fat dude in any, like, I don't know if it's every Pokemon game, but the majority of Pokemon games has some weird fat dude that talks about how technology has expanded over the years from, I believe, the days of Red and Blue till, at this time, the 3rd generation back in 2004. And what kind of advancements they've made in the Pokemon universe with technology. In this game, it's not that much, but something. Anyway, if you try to go out in the grass, Professor Oak will appear from nowhere and he'll be like, wait, no, don't go out in the grass. It's unsafe. Well, Pokemon live in the tall grass and you'll get killed if you go out there. I know. Here, come with me. I will give you your Pokemon. And we're going to walk casually to the lab. I'm not even touching the controller, people. Okay, now I'm not I'm not controlling the controller. Jeez, talk. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Blue, let me think. Oh, that's right, I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Hikaru. There are 3 Pokemon here. Aha! The Pokemon are held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. And now in my old age, I have only 3 left. You can choose one of these 3. And Blue over here is going to be like, Ramps, no fear, what about me? You better be patient. Anyway, guys, this is where we get to choose our starter. And don't worry, this isn't like the days of Pokemon Yellow, where before you get to choose the Pokeball on the desk here, he'll come over there and shove you out of the way and you're stuck with the freaking Pikachu. Not that I don't like Pikachu, I enjoy Pikachu quite a bit, he's a good electric type, but anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. We have 3 choices for this LP as our, for our starter, and they are Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is a grass poison type Pokemon. Instead of starting out as a pure grass type, he starts out as a grass poison, so I found that to be very interesting. Bulbasaur, all the starters have pretty average stats when pre-evolved, but when fully evolved, each of them separates. And by separate, I mean their stats go in different directions, so some starters specialize in different stats. In Bulbasaur's case, when he's fully evolved into a Venusaur at level 32, he becomes more special attack-oriented and special defensive, which is quite nice. However, Bulbasaur, I've used him in my last Pokemon Fire Red playthrough, and I don't think I'll be using him here. Squirtle, on the other hand, is our water type for this game. Starts out as a pure water type, when it evolves, it doesn't lose or gain any, type advantages because it stays a pure water type all its life. Pretty average across the board, like when it first starts out, but when it fully evolves into Blastoise at level 36, it becomes much more defensive and much more special defensive. Its attack and special attack is still pretty good, but overall, this is the much more defensive Pokemon, and probably the best choice to start out with if you're going for, an average playthrough. Bulbasaur, if I didn't mention it, is probably best to start out with if you're a beginner. Charmander over here is our good old Fire-type buddy, and he is a very good Pokemon. He's a popular choice. Charmander is pretty average when you first get him, like all the starters, like I just said. However, when you fully evolve him into Charizard at level 36, he becomes more attack and special attack oriented, except he has much more special attack than he does attack. And he also gains a flying subtype, which means he becomes fire flying, and he gains weakness to electricity and rock. However, he loses his weakness to ground and becomes completely immune to it. He is the popular choice, and in all honesty, I was considering using him, because even though he's my least favorite starter, I haven't used him in a really long time, but I just got him in Heart Gold the other day, so I think I'll be training him up over there. Our starter of the day is going to be Squirtle! Just like my very first Pokemon Leaf Green playthrough. Yes, back when I first played this game back in 2004, I caught a Squirtle. And I named him... Oh god, what did I name him? Oh yeah, I was stupid and unoriginal back then. I named him... Squirt. I really hope I spelled that right. If I didn't, I'm gonna be... Oh god, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. Anyway, Blue over here, since he's our rival, will choose whatever Pokemon we're weak to. If you chose Squirtle, you're weak to Bulbasaur's grass attacks. If you chose Charmander, you're weak to Squirtle's water attacks. And if you chose Bulbasaur, you are weak to Charmander's fire attacks. But before we can leave, Blue here is gonna challenge us to a good old Pokemon battle. Basically, Professor Oak's gonna give us the laydown on how Pokemon battles work. More or less, it's pretty simple. Take your Pokemon and, you know, have them fight each other. First one to get down to 0 HP is the loser. Yes, we know this already, Oak. I just told them this. Okay, now when you start out, you have two attacks here, Tackle and Tail Whip. Tail Whip lowers your opponent's defense. Always a good thing to do. However, I'm more offensive, so I'm going to start out with Tackle. He has Growl, which lowers my attack, and considering Tackle's an attack and not a special attack, it's kind of annoying. So I think I might use a Tail Whip or two here, just to get the ball rolling here. Now, he could become an incredibly lucky jerk and get a critical on me, but if he does, I'm going to be mad. Critical hits, what they do is that you can raise your defense or you can raise your attack. Basically, if your opponent gets a critical on you, it ignores all defense raisings, and basically, I don't know if it doubles their attack, but it basically enhances their attack by a lot and does a lot more damage than it would have otherwise. I'm gonna start attacking him now. See, we're doing a pretty decent amount. I have that potion here, and I will be using that after this attack. Just because I'm a little bit worried about him getting a critical hit off on me. Ah, come on! I know how to use an item. Jeez. Just press A. Okay. Keep an eye on your opponent or on your Pokemon's HP. You wouldn't want them to die now. This isn't a Nuzlocke run, Oak. I can just go to the Pokemon Center later. You missed! Yeah, Tackle, I believe, has 95% accuracy, meaning it's not perfect as we just saw it twice in a row. It's Squirt 1! Getting 67 experience points and not 69 experience points like so many other games give you in your first battle. Anyway, we defeated Blue. What unbelievable, man! Excellent. If you win, you earn money. That's basically the gist of it. Yeah, you're gonna toughen up your Pokemon and it'll be like, smell you later! That's so mean, man. Not really. Anyway, guys, I can't believe this episode's just about over here. Considering I took so long to explain everything, and I probably took like 5 hours to explain the starters, but I like to look at my Pokemon thoroughly. I like to look at... I don't pay attention much to stats, but I do pay attention to how good a Pokemon is and stuff like that, so... I don't know, I like a lot of different Pokemon. Anyway, we have a trainer card here, which is quite nice. It shows you how long you've been playing, how much money you have, eventually what Pokemon you have, and how many battles you've done over... I don't know whether that was over the Game Boy Advance cables with your friends, I don't know, or how many trades you've done. Let's take a look at Squirt here. Squirt is our new Squirtle. He has a hardy nature, which I don't believe affects any of his stats. That's actually quite nice. Natures can increase one stat but lower another. However, there are some stats which don't affect your stats at all, like hardy, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but I don't know. And of course you have your bag where you store your items and stuff. And we have the options, which it's already to my liking, so perfect. Actually, no. There we go. We're going with blue, because we have Squirtle now, and not Charizard. Like my last playthrough with Leaf Green, which was like years ago. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end off this episode here. And in the next episode... No, they're not that useful. In the next episode, we head on to Route 1. And we're going to see if we can catch some Pokemon. And I'm going to lay down the rules and regulations for this playthrough, because I do have a couple of things I want to do in this playthrough. So, see you guys next time. If you like this episode, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. And have a wonderful day.